You may be considering eloping to Las Vegas now that you've chosen to marry. There are many activities to do in Las Vegas that will help you recall your wedding as a stress-free day. Learn more on Eloping to Vegas, what you need to know with Maria Romano. Stay tuned and don't miss out.
Hey there, congratulations. You and your partner decided you're going to get married. And you decided the two of you are going to elope to Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, you're listening to the right video because I'm going to share with you what you need to know when you come to Las Vegas to get married. Because my name is Maria Romano, and I am a licensed wedding officiant. Where else? In the Las Vegas wedding capital. That's right. And for over 11 years, I have performed so many wedding ceremonies. And I'm going to give you some great information. So listen to this video to the very end, because you know what? When you come to Las Vegas, we here want you to have a great experience so that you can remember your wedding ceremony as pleasurable, memorable, and something that you enjoyed and stress-free. So you and your partner decided, okay, we're just going to go to Las Vegas and get married. Now, maybe you were planning a big wedding reception and it just got to be too stressful. Did you know that one of the leading stresses for couples that are getting married is the parents, right? The parents putting pressure regarding receptions. And let me tell you, as a wedding officiant, I see this not just maybe once a month, several times a week, where a couple is coming into Las Vegas, they're just eloping, and then they'll worry about the reception later on. Or maybe you decided, okay, you know what? You need to get married for whatever purposes. It could be legally, you might need to have insurance, or maybe you're being deployed, or you're just at a point where you're tired of waiting. You just want to marry your special honey. So there's a few things you need to do. Before you come to Las Vegas, you're going to be booking your hotel rooms, right? So book your hotel rooms and then take a look and look at the different wedding chapels. That's right. Now you can just show up at wedding chapels. That's no, question about that. They will find room for you. Well, you need to call them. But you know what? You want to maybe ensure a special time slot. It doesn't cost any more. It does cost sometimes a little bit more if you're getting married on the weekend versus the weekday, or a special, holidays. There's, special days that people like to get married on. So those chapels and venues will charge a little bit more. And if you're on a budget, what I recommend is maybe coming during the week, what I call off days, not peak time. So research the different wedding chapels because you have a budget, right? And don't shortchange yourself. You know what? Get the photographer, have a video. You're going to be remiss later on. How many times couples show up and they ask, gee, wish we would have had a videographer for the event or a photographer. And, chapels book their staff according to what the clients book. So don't shortchange yourself. So find a venue that's going to work for both you and your partner. And then the next thing you need to do is then you need to go to the Clark County Recorder's website, the Marriage License Bureau, and pre-populate your wedding license, your marriage license. And I'm going to put a link into that too, because that's important. And the reason why is you're going to pre-populate that so that when you get to Las Vegas, you go down to the Marriage License Bureau, you bring your identification with you, your money, and they pull up your marriage license. They just then reconfirm that the information is correct, print it out, you pay, of course, you show your ID, and you're on your way. Now, and this saves an awful lot of time because sometimes there's a line. But one thing that's great about Las Vegas is we have our Marriage License Bureau opened 365 days a year. Yes, 365 days a year. Every day, 8 in the morning till 12 midnight. Let me tell you, God bless those clerks that work there. They are our godsend. Why? Because we're the wedding capital of the world. So make sure you pre-populate your wedding license online. It'll save you a lot of time so that when you go downtown, you have your ID with you, and make sure you have your proper ID. And of course, money, credit card or money for the license, and you'll be on your way soon. And you take that whole packet, that marriage license with everything in it. Do not take anything out. And when you go to the wedding chapel, make sure you bring the marriage license with all the contents in it. How many times we have couples show up and they forget the marriage license, all right? So this information that I shared for you is going to be very valuable before you come to Las Vegas to elope, okay? Make sure you book a hotel room, check out the different venues and book a chapel or a hotel where you want to get married. Do that beforehand, save yourself some time. If you're on a budget, come in on the off days when it's not peak season, pre-populate your marriage license and make sure you bring all those contents with you and with you to an actual venue. And you know what? Sometimes too, it's important that you might decide you want to find a special officiant. You might go online and check them out. I'm going to highly recommend that you look at the Las Vegas Wedding Chamber of Commerce directory, and I'm going to put that into the show notes for you because all of the officiants on there, or photographers or videographers, whoever, are all licensed and bonded. And that's important because you want to make sure whoever you're doing business with is somebody that's credible, because we here in Las Vegas want you back again, and we want you to have a pleasurable, memorable experience. So I hope this information has helped you. So please let me know if you like this video. Share it with somebody that you know is getting married and coming to Las Vegas, because you know what? We want to remain the wedding capital of the world. And we love when our couples come to Las Vegas and say, I do.